Hello everyone, how's it going? Have you ever heard that there's a link between using Underarm antiperspirant deodorant and breast cancer? Well, do we have conclusive evidence that a link exists? And what's the difference between antiperspirant and deodorant anyway? Well, if that sounds interesting to you, keep watching. In today's video, we're going to discuss why people have been concerned about a link between underarm deodorant antiperspirant and breast cancer. We're also going to discuss if the research has shown a link. And then later in the video, we're going to talk about why women are told not to even wear these products when they get their mammogram done. So first of all, what's the difference between deodorants and antiperspirants? Well, a deodorant works to eliminate or mask odors. An antiperspirant, on the other hand, works to block sweat ducts, so it actually helps prevent sweating. So why are people concerned with these products? One reason is because of chemicals that are used in underarm products. One that many people have concerns about are parabens. Now, they're actually in a lot of products. They're actually used as preservatives, and they're in food additives. They're in makeup and skincare products like lotion, sunscreen, shaving cream. But lab studies have actually shown that these chemicals have weak estrogen-like properties. We know estrogen is a female hormone known to cause breast cells, both normal and cancer cells, to grow. Another problem that people are concerned about is aluminum-based compounds, because they're actually the active ingredients in antiperspirants. That's what helps them to be able to block sweat glands. Now, some researchers have theorized that these aluminum compounds might actually be absorbed by the skin and cause changes in estrogen receptors of breast cells. They even have more concern about this when a person shaves before applying some type of deodorant. Sometimes people wonder too if an antiperspirant might keep a person from sweating out cancer-causing toxins through underarm lymph nodes. Another concern is that half of breast cancers develop in the upper outer part of the breast, near where deodorants and antiperspirants are applied. Sometimes, we start wondering if these products are safe. Just here in 2021, the manufacturer Procter & Gamble found the presence of a cancer-causing chemical, benzene, in some of its products. So some of their Old Spice and secret aerosol sprays, they actually voluntarily recalled them. You can check out the link below if you'd like to see what that article said about that. So next we're going to talk about what the research has shown. But before we move on to that, I'd like to remind you to please like and subscribe if you're enjoying today's information. Also, just a reminder to always check out the links there in the description box below. That way you can see where I've gathered the information for the video. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you have something you'd like to share on this topic. All right, so what has the research shown? Most studies have found no link between antiperspirants and breast cancer. When it comes to the parabens, they very weakly mimic estrogen, especially when you compare it to what our body actually produces. The body actually produces estrogen hundreds to thousands of times stronger than those parabens. So there's no clear health risk that's been found when it comes to them. However, according to the FDA, there are many major brands of antiperspirant and deodorant that no longer actually have parabens in them anymore, but there may be some that still contain them. Now, when it comes to the aluminum-based compounds, studies show very little aluminum is actually absorbed through the skin, even after a person has shaved. Of course, if you do shave, you're definitely going to be at more risk for skin infection and skin irritation. Now, when it comes to concerns about being able to sweat toxins out of lymph nodes, the information I found said that lymph nodes do not release waste or toxins through sweating. They're not even connected to the sweat glands. So most cancer-causing substances that enter the body, they actually are removed from the blood by our liver and kidneys. So there's no evidence to suggest even the location of the breast cancer is related to antiperspirant use. There are lymph nodes throughout the breast. The reason many cancers develop in the upper outer part of the breast is thought to be because there's more breast tissue there, which is one of the reasons why men are less likely to get breast cancer, because they have less breast tissue. They also produce less estrogen. So let's talk about why women are told not to wear these antiperspirants and deodorants on the day of their mammogram. Well, as we've mentioned before, many of these products contain aluminum, and this metal can show up as tiny white specks. And these specks can actually look like microcalcifications, which is something that doctors actually look for as a possible sign of breast cancer. So it's better not to wear these products just to help prevent confusion and possibly an inaccurate reading. So while no definitive scientific evidence exists that links underarm antiperspirant to breast cancer, some experts have admitted that there hasn't really been an extensive study on this topic, and they do feel that more research is needed. So while there's no clear link that's yet been discovered, you may not feel comfortable using underarm products that contain parabens or aluminum. It is comforting to know that the FDA does regulate these products. They actually regulate deodorant as a cosmetic product, but the antiperspirants, they actually regulate them the same as over-the-counter drugs. Fortunately, you can now buy many underarm products that don't have these parabens in them, and they are required to list that ingredients there. So that's something you can check for. Another option is to just get plain deodorant, because they don't typically contain aluminum. But if you're like me and you're going to be checking the ingredients and checking to see if it says deodorant or deodorant and antiperspirant, then you're probably going to need your glasses. Just saying. So you want to keep in mind too that when you try some of these natural deodorants, they won't actually block sweat ducts like the antiperspirants do. But I did read some really good reviews on some of the products because they do have drying properties and they have ingredients to help absorb moisture, so it helps you feel a little drier. I'll leave some links below if you'd like to check out some of those products. So since there's no conclusive evidence to the claims that underarm products may put a person more at risk for breast cancer, you may feel perfectly fine using the products that you've always used. Or on the other hand, you may feel more comfortable just avoiding products that have certain chemicals in them. But you want to make the right decision for you and what you feel is best for your health. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's information, and I hope to see you in the next video where we'll discuss another way we can improve our health.